Before I started Cleva, I was working at a company called Stripe. I was a product manager, working on different products actually at Stripe. Before that, I was at Amazon, also a product manager. So there's a theme here where before Cleva, I just really enjoyed building products.
Before Cleva, I was a software engineer for many years across different American companies. I worked at Amazon Web Services, Twilio, Akamai Technologies. All of this was possible because I had acquired my bachelor's and master's in the US, all in computer science. So I pretty much stayed within that software industry space for a couple of years before starting Cleva as CTO and partnering with Tolu on this journey.
After leaving my job at Stripe in February, my first step was I want to find a co-founder for this journey. I'm hoping that this is going to be a long and intense journey, actually. And for that, I don't want to do it alone.
This startup thing is something I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. It's the reason why I switched my degree from engineering, electrical engineering, to computer science, partly because I knew that with a computer and the internet, one can actually really build great products.
Fortunately for me, I already knew Philip through my brother. Philip and my brother have been best friends for a long time. I don't know whether Philip is going to agree to leave his job and come and do this startup thing, or maybe he will say no. In my heart, I really, really wanted Philip to say yes. He has a fantastic background.
So where do you study for computer science?
Yeah, so for my bachelor's degree, I attended the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, so MIT. And then for my master's degree, I got that from Georgia Tech, so the Georgia Institute of Technology.
So then I go to the call and I'm like, yeah, Philip, I don't really have an idea, but part of the reasons why I don't have an idea is because I want both of us to own the idea. I don't want it to be like, oh, Tolu brought this idea and Philip is just following along. No, let us both, figure out what we want to work on, right? And then I talked about the whole thing, at least some of the ideas I had with him. And he was like, oh yeah, he's down. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Even though I had my job, it just felt like, okay, this is what I've been waiting for a very long time. And then, of course, I'm married with my wife. The good thing is I had laid the groundwork for many years, telling her, hey, I want to do a startup, and eventually I want to take all the skills I'm acquiring from the industry and try to build my own thing. So when the time came, it wasn't like a surprise, and she was supportive of it.
I always tell people that Philip and I started from an empty Google Doc. I remember after we said, okay, we want to work on Cleva together, we're like, okay, what are the different ideas? Let's open this empty Google Doc and just throw things in there.
Talk about, this founder dating phase, right? Where we go through like this long list of questions. There are like over 50 of them. And like each one, we spend quality time just like talking about our style, how we approach problems, what we would do in different scenarios, what we actually wanted out of Cleva,
I really wanted to work on something that was a problem for myself.
I live in the US, I have family in Nigeria, I send money home for different reasons. And the experience of doing that was never necessarily smooth.
So we reached out to people from Twitter, people on Twitter who are complaining, hey, I'm based in Nigeria, but I can't receive my salary. And through that customer research, then we landed on, wow, there seems to be a lot of young people who are trying to get hired by companies abroad. They have the skill. However, even when they secure the job, getting paid is a massive pain.
And there was room for like people to actually like innovate and build something great.
So all of this connected, which then landed us on Cleva, what Cleva is today, which is we're building a banking solution for freelancers, remote workers, creators, even SMEs to be able to receive dollar payments from abroad. So now, it was me and Philip as of March. We start building some stuff and we realize, okay, this work is plenty. We need people.
Of course, naturally for me, I'm passionate about Nigeria. So my first inclination was to find excellent engineers in Nigeria.
So at this early stage, we actually used our own personal money to hire the first set of Cleva team members.
My brother at the time was here in Nigeria, and I reached out and he pretty much found, between my brother and my cousin, basically, I tapped into their networks and found like two very solid engineers.
So we hired Abraham, who came in as a back-end engineer. He also does front-end. So he came in as a full-stack engineer.
Ready?
Yeah.
And action.
Hi, I'm Abraham, and I'm the Adam of Cleva, meaning I'm the first employee of Cleva. I remember getting a call from Philip about this startup called Cleva. You spoke a little about the approach you wanted to take with Cleva. From that conversation alone, I was sold.
One of the things that made me join Cleva was, the vision, what Cleva was looking to build for customers. I joined Cleva Banking in the very early days when, there was no product. Tolu and Philip, my CTO, they both literally sold Cleva to me.
So we got both of them on the team, and we're just trying to build our prototype. In fact, build an MVP that we can use to test with customers and get feedback. While we're doing all of this, I made the first set of designs. I was the designer. And then at some point I was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm reaching the limits of my design capabilities. If we really want to build a great product, we need to get an actual designer. So then we added a product designer. So yes, we had these 3 great guys, but we needed to add more people. We had more front-end developers, more back-end developers, add customer support, add operations, add marketing, add important people to the Cleva mission.
Over time, we grew very fast from 2 of us to 4, and then 4 to over 15 people that we have at Cleva at the moment.
Working in Cleva has been really exciting. There's a lot I've learned from just working with the team.
I really love the culture here at Cleva. Everyone is so knowledgeable, yet so willing to help and so ready to learn.
From the engineering team to the growth team to the design team to the customer support team, everyone has a synergy to serve, and to serve our customers in the best way possible.
To be a great team member and yet have the ownership mentality is highly encouraged at Cleva.
And how customers give their feedbacks on how the product has helped them in some areas. It's really wonderful and it's really encouraging.
Great people, super smart guys, very smart guys.
I'm incredibly grateful for our team, for even taking a shot at us, when we didn't have anything, to staying on the team, to even helping us build a great culture for the company, supporting themselves as teammates, supporting our customers, and really just being committed to the mission. I'm incredibly grateful to the Cleva team.
Say cheese.
Literally, when we say launch, what do we mean by launch? Literally, I made a Twitter post to say, hey guys, we launched this feature to help you receive USD. Please check it out and retweet to your friends. And that was it. People started retweeting, and then people used it and told their friends. And then from 1 customer to 10 customers to tens of thousands of customers. It's been really awesome to see. And I'll tell you, on that day that we launched and we got our first 5 customers, that feeling was just so amazing, because it was a crazy grind to even get us to launch in August, and being able to see 5 people just quickly jump on, create accounts. It felt so cool. It really felt so awesome and fulfilling.
It's definitely been, I'll say, surreal to pretty much see the kind of progress we've made in the span of a year. A lot has happened, right? From when we just had an empty Google Doc with, this question of what to build.
There's been ups and there's been downs, is the truth. We applied to all these accelerators, they denied us. We even applied to YC, they said no. That was very brutal. Tried to fundraise, a bunch of people said no. All these different things happened. But Philip and I would just support each other, and we just said, hey, let's keep going. Let's keep pushing.
And now that we've grown to the size that we are right now, and the products that we've shipped to customers, to be honest, I would say it's been the most fulfilling work that I've done since I left university and started working in the industry.
It's been 1 year. We got the team together. Let's celebrate for a little bit and be grateful for where we've come. Doesn't mean we've won yet, it's just the beginning. But let's still appreciate the journey so far. And then after we are done appreciating the journey, let's go back to writing some code. Let's go back to being aggressive and grinding for our customers, so that when it's year 2, we're celebrating even bigger milestones. And year 3, year 4, year 5, it just keeps going. So all in all, grateful for this 1 year, and I am looking forward to many more years at Cleva.
And for all of you who haven't had the chance to try us, come in, check us out. You would not be disappointed. Thank you.